Hello and welcome to episode 266. Back out on the bank again finally, guys. Got the van fixed, it's back on the road. Very expensive bill, I've just had to get it back on the road. Less said about that the better, otherwise I'll just cry. But anyway, we're out fishing again and we are back at the Linear Fisheries complex. And what you see behind me is St John's Lake. Believe it or not, never fished St John's before, so this is my first time on here. I'm at the top end of the lake, if you want to call it that. So directly behind the camera is like the main road. The kind of the turning off to go off to the Brasenose Lakes is kind of sort of behind me, kind of. So those are no linear. Kind of, you'll get the geography of where I'm fishing. So lots of water out in front of me, but I believe the furthest we're allowed to fish is something like 16-17 wraps. We're not actually fishing yet, I'm still getting everything ready. Got the wind blowing down this end of the lake. I did look at a swim right up the other end of the lake where it's a bit shallower, a bit warmer. Did see fish up there. But after chatting to a few people who was fishing at that end, weedy as hell. They're all struggling with a weed up there. So go up this end of the lake. What wind is blowing up towards this end of the lake. Brilliant. If the fish get on the wind, awesome. Also, it'll help to keep me cool. It's a red hot day again. So anyway, I'm going to crack on with getting everything set up. So I'm here for 48 hours, so today's Thursday the 18th. So I'm going to be fishing to about lunchtime Saturday. And then, yeah, so anyway, right. Let's not waffle on too much. And let's go fishing. Hi guys, so I'm just doing a bit of marker up work just to make sure that the area I want to fish is free of weed and, you know, clean to fish on. So rather than kind of looking for spots, what I've done to start off with was I just wrapped up a nice, easy, kind of comfortable 15 wraps. I thought I'll go from there. Apparently 16 wraps is the one to fish on from this swim, my neighbouring angler just told me, but you know, 15's a nice comfortable cast, so I think I'll stick with 15. So way off in the distance I've kind of got some tall trees with a big gap in the middle, and what I'm planning on doing is fishing left hand side of the gap, left rod, right hand side of the gap, right rod, slap back down the middle rod obviously. So I've already done a couple of test casts and they've been alright so far. Yeah, so it goes down with not a solid donk, but definitely a donk you can feel. And it's coming back nice and smooth. So I would happily say it's not weed, it's not gravel, it doesn't feel sticky like silt. I'd just say that is just a nice clean bottom. Right, so that would be my left hand rod area. And once again, coming back nice and smooth. So yeah, so I think we will happily fish at 15 wraps. Like I said, I know apparently the range is 16 wraps, but the wind is coming towards us, so if the fish follow the wind, in theory the fish should come in a bit closer anyway. So, right. So that didn't take much marker work, that literally took 10 minutes. Right, let's get the rods rigged up, and yeah, we can get fishing. Hi guys, so I have my first rod ready to cast out, so I'm just using the good old fluorocarbon D-rig for no other reason than this is just a rig I'm liking at the moment. Just, you know, standard lead clip system, got the rigmarole free fall leader, yellow dumbbell wafter from Hinders, which is the Mystic Plum. Yeah, a little bit of PVA foam nugget, obviously just to mask the hook for the cast. No back lead on at the moment, but there will be before I make this cast. Cute one flying back lead. The old sun's gone behind the clouds and we've got a nice breeze in our face at the moment, which I can tell you is absolutely lovely. Free lead. So if you was on St. John's recently and lost 2 leads, I've got them now. I came into the swim and found them on the floor, so thanks mate, whoever you are. Right, so we'll start with the right hand rod, hopefully. I normally, when I do my casts at the start of a session, I normally work right to left. No other reason than that's just the way I like to do it. And that pretty much landed on the money where I want it. Alright, rod number 2 ready to go out guys. Same rig, I'm fishing all 3 rods, exactly the same. Don't see any reason why I need to do anything different on one rod to the other when they're all fishing same range, same area more or less. Just hit the clip as it hit the water. Better. Alright guys, so rods have been out for about an hour now. Enough time for me to kind of sit down and chill. Now the rods are fishing. Still haven't got the bivvy or anything up yet, but because the sun is right in my face and boiling hot, I just needed just a little rest for an hour before I did anything else. You know, being the old man that I am now. But yeah, so gonna put out a bit of bait with the old spod. Wouldn't be linear fishing if you didn't spod with it. My good mate John Tosh Flavel, sorry mate, I don't know how you pronounce his surname, has sent me one of his new finger stools. So just about to try that. And my Carp Bite sponsored spawn. at the old YouTube Blogger Social in the last video. Or Steve from Cut Bites channel give everyone stickers, and everyone thought it'd be funny to put them all over my kit, so you might see Cut Bite stickers pop up every now and again. But anyway, right, so I'm gonna put some spod mix out. It's actually the spod mix I had left over from when I fished Hunt's Corner a few videos ago. The mix of maize, hemp, boilie chops. We are wrapped up at about 14 wraps and 10 foot, just a couple of foot short of 15 wraps to allow for the swing back of the rigs in the depth of water that we're fishing. So that was my first spod, got it all wrong, never hit the clip. But who knows, probably end up coming in shorter anyway if the wind carries on blowing in this direction. Probably see me fishing shorter anyway if the fish get on the wind that's blowing up this way. More like it. So that's 3 out there. I'll stop the camera, we don't need to see every spod that goes out, guys, but yeah, like I said, that's 3. We'll probably, like I said, we'll probably put at least 18 out, like I said, 6 spods per rod, and then you know, kind of play it by ear whether I need to put any more out during the session. Alright, I'm going to carry on with this and I'll catch up with you guys later on. Alright guys, so it's been a few hours since the rods have been out now. Obviously nothing has happened. It's just gone 7 o'clock and I've only just put the bivvy up. It just felt too warm to exert too much energy and wear myself out, and yeah, you know how it is. So, but yeah, so the camper's literally just gone up. Bit overcast now, so finally the sun has been blocked out, so it's a lot cooler. The breeze, like I say, is still blowing our direction. Apologies if there's wind noise on film, guys, but it's a warm wind, so although the breeze is nice to have it in your face to cool you down a bit, it is a warm wind, so it's not that cooling. But anyway, now the house is set up, gonna get some dinner on. Can hardly see me when I turn sideways up. Shriveling up. So yeah, gonna get some dinner on the go, and yeah, we'll leave the camera pointing that direction. Hopefully we can get a run on film at some point. That'd be nice. But yeah, get some dinner on, and then unless anything else happens this evening, you know, the cameras will go away. I won't record nothing for the hell of it, which, like I'm doing now. But so yeah, so hopefully something will happen between now, night time. But So I'm not going to touch the rods anymore, no more bait's going to go out. I'm not going to redo the rods because it was sort of early afternoon by the time the rods went out, so I'm not going to redo them just for the sake of redoing them. But anyway, waffling now. Hopefully see you later, guys. Good morning everyone, and yes, a very quiet night. Absolutely nothing happened whatsoever, not even so much as a bleep. When I was doing my lap of the lake yesterday to find a swim, a few people that I was chatting to, kind of, you know, stopping along the way, did say that the lake was slow and that they hadn't had a lot, but you know, I thought, well, I'll stick with St John's anyway, because the main reason, B1 when I got here was rammed, B2 is shutting this morning for something, so is Oxley, so you know, the choices of lakes were kind of limited, and thought, well, I've never fished St John's before, and so yeah, so anyway, that's why I ended up on St John's. So but yeah, so even though people were telling me it was slow and they hadn't caught much, that's why I stuck with St John's, just because it was open for long enough for the time I wanted to be here. But yeah, the wind has switched a little. Yesterday it was blowing right down the length of the lake at this end. It's switched a little now, kind of, as I look at the lake, it's more kind of blowing a kind of sort of a 1:30 to a kind of 7:30 kind of angle, if you get me. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm going to leave the, I mean, it's still early, it's only just gone 9 o'clock, so I won't touch the rods yet for a little while, another hour or so. I'm going to have some breakfast and then probably have to go and visit the facilities. Then we'll think about maybe changing rigs, changing up baits, whatever. I'll judge it on what the state of the hook baits and rigs are when I do wind them in. But anyway, like I said, yeah, I'm going to have some breakfast, so I'm going to crack on and do that and get back with you later on, guys. Right then, guys, I think a change of tactic is required. So I'll stand off to one side, so I'll let you look at the back of the lake. But yeah, I'll show you these few clips now, but there's fish been boshing out all over the place in the last hour. So yeah, don't know if you saw them couple there at the same time, but yeah, there's fish been head and shouldering out, full body boshing out, and yeah, so the fish are definitely up in the water. Another one, so yeah, I think the fish must be up in the water. Well, they are up in the water, we can see them. So, gonna bring the rods in, zigs. It seems to be, it would seem to be a bit of a dumb call not to fish zigs when they're clearly showing. So, and there's been a lot of shows at about that 15, 16 rap rate. Oh, see that one, that was a mud pig and a half. So, so yeah, so now you've seen it for yourself. The rods are going to come in shortly. We'll stick the marker up quickly just to double check. Oh, another one just kind of doing a back roll. So we'll stick the marker rod out, just double check how deep it is out there. Looks like we're going to get ziggy with it, guys. Alright guys, so I've just put the old marker rod out. As you can see, the rods have been wound in, which you need to do when you're marking up, because you know you don't want to tangle all your rods up with your marker. So at 15 wraps we have got 13 foot out there, so I'm pretty sure in my tackle bag, noisy bike, so yeah, I'm pretty sure in my tackle bag I've still got some zigs made up for about that mid depth, at that kind of depth of water, from what I was using when I was on a Hunt's Corner in a couple of videos ago. I'm pretty sure I've got them zigs in me bag ready to go, so we'll dig them out, just whack them on, get them out there, and then yeah, hopefully we can pick up some of them fish we saw showing. Yeah, I was right guys, just had a rummage through my bag, and luckily enough I've got the zig spool that I'd bought when I was at Hunt's Corner, or you know, the zigs I had from Hunt's Corner. So it's the you know, the red zig liners with black foam. I can't remember what I cut them down to, but I'm sure it's something like one's 5 foot, one's 6 foot, one's 7 foot. I'm pretty sure of it. So we will get them 3 on. So that's the first one. Yes, hook length on the ground. So yeah, so that's first one. That's 5 foot. So obviously just below mid water. Oh, and I've just tried to get the wrong zig out the foam. So there we go guys. So luckily enough, with this water being about the same depth as what Hunt's Corner is, I don't have to tie any fresh zigs up to fish mid-water. I mean, if these are out for a while and then nothing happens, then obviously I will tie some longer zigs up, just you know, on the chance that the fish are higher up in the water than any of these depths. But yeah, with the amount of boshing we've seen, you can't ignore it. Right, that's one zig ready to go. Let's get it out there, so at least I've got one rod quickly fishing. Right, and third and final zig to go out, and sure enough, by powers of deduction guys, it's the 6 foot one I had tied up. Too close to the middle rod, that one. Once again, we probably saw it guys, but as the lead hit the water, the fish washed out about a rod length behind where the lead hit the water. So we're definitely in the right area. guys, so that's the zigs out. Fingers crossed that some of these boshing fish can now find them. Right guys, so I think what we have in St John's is intelligent fish. I mean, the zigs have been out, what, a few hours now. But yeah, when the zigs went out, literally, the fish just stopped showing. All that boshing and all that we had earlier on, the zigs went out and it just stopped. It's like they know. Yeah, but you know, I'm chatting to the bloke and his lad in the swim next door to me. They went on to the zigs kind of at the same time. They're using adjustable zigs, and yeah, but it's like the fish knew we'd switched to zigs. There's barely been a show since the zigs went out. They went from boshing out all over the place to I think we've seen, like, since the zigs went out, I think we've seen like one show. How do they know? But yeah, anyway, obviously going to stick with the zigs for a while because, as you can tell, it's a nice sunny day. So, but then I think this evening the zigs will come back in and we'll go back to fishing on the bottom. But I think I'll switch it up to pop-ups later on, because when I bought those D-rigs in earlier on, I'd brought in that kind of like that dead black stinky weed sort of that I'd hooked up around the leads and the hook lengths and that. So I think I'll fish pop. I don't think, I know I'm going to. I'll fish the old pop-ups, just try and keep the hook bait and the hook just popped up out of that stinky stuff tonight. But anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick little update just to say, you know, the fish know we're fishing on zigs and they've stopped showing.
Hello! And we are on St John's. We've had no fish so far. We are fishing 15 wraps out on a little bit of silt, but it's mainly gravel out there. It's a bit weedy, but no fish so far. We are on zigs, but we might switch over to Ronnie rigs with bottom baits, pop-ups, or whatever at the side.
There you go, guys. Ashley, gonna be a blogger in the future.
Yeah, of course I am. Subscribe to Carp King.
Right guys, so we are sort of 6 o'clock in the evening now and just redoing the rods. So the zigs have been wound in now and we're going to fish back on the old, well I'll say on the bottom, but albeit with pop-up rigs via the Ronnie rig. Reason why I'm changing to the Ronnie rig from the fluorocarbon D rigs that I was using sort of yesterday and during the night, when I wound them in this morning to switch to the zig rigs. All the the hooks were coated with that horrible black stinky kind of dead weed, and the baits, they smelt tainted fishing on the bottom. So so we've switched up to pop-up rigs just so that, hopefully the hooks don't get mangled up in any sort of dead smelly weed, and so the hook baits don't get tainted by any nasty sort of lake bed smells. So all three are going to be on Ronnie rigs. We've switched up the hook size as well. We got a size 4 and then a 15mm hook bait. This one's beaten Anna. In fact, I'm using all beaten Anna, but 2 are yellows, 1 is white, just to try and mix it up a bit, because we were fishing yellows yesterday and last night with nothing happening. I still prefer to use yellow just because I've got corn and maize in my spod mix. So, but anyway, so So yeah, so that's the new tactics. We're still going to fish at 15 wraps. You know, just, you know, 16 is the maximum we could fish anyway, but I just like the sound of 15 wraps to 16 wraps. Not happy with that one. That's gone a bit left. We've still got that little bit of right to left wind blowing. So need to compensate for that. In fact, I could have left it out there and made that my middle rod, to be fair, so I don't know why I didn't just do that. Like it. Hi guys, rod number 2, and we're going with the white hook bait in the middle, just to, you know, stagger the colours. Right guys, so third and final rod, left hand rod, last yellow pop-up Ronnie, and then we'll get some bait out after this as well. Right guys, so lots of rods all out and set now, so gonna top up the spots with a little bit more bait. And I know some people, like I say, don't put more bait out if they haven't caught nothing, but this is linear. There's a lot of fish out there. They're big fish, they're hungry fish, and it just wouldn't be linear fishing if you didn't spot every time you put a rod out. Right guys, so that's 3 so far. They've all roughly landed about on the middle rod, so I'm going to do a few more on the outer 2 rods as well. Again, we'll do this off camera because, you know, we don't need to make the blog too long with you know, same. But yeah, so I'll do a few more guys, and then hopefully we can get back to you later on with a fish. Hi, good evening guys. We are now at 8:30, so it's now been kind of 2 hours since kind of, you know, the 3rd rod and the spodding was kind of all done. Obviously still no action. In fact, from what we can gather from people who have been walking past, you know, to go to the car park, to the toilet, you know, you have a natter like you do to people walking past, and from what we've been chatting to all our anglers, the lake has been dead. We've seen one person on the point swim catch a few fish, but But yeah, we haven't really seen any other action. It's not just us that's struggling. The people who we've chatted to going past have all said it's dead where they are on the lake also. But having said that, now the sun has gone down and the wind has dropped a little bit, we're starting to see the odd show again, so they are still out there. So yeah, we just need them to sort of kind of drop their heads down onto that bait that was put out, and then hopefully find the one that's got my rigs attached to it. But yeah, they're still out there. They're starting to give the odd show again. Not prolific like it was this morning, but yeah, anyway, that's enough waffle. I'm going to put the camera away soon. I mean, it's still nice and bright, but the sun has dropped below the tree horizon over to the right now. But yeah, so yeah, just a quick update just to let you know, we're not the only ones struggling, guys. With the whole lake seems to be struggling as well. Anyway, right, hopefully during the night might be able to get back to you. Fingers crossed. It's got to do a bit of admin in the bivvy, tidy up a little bit. Hopefully see you in the night, guys. Good morning everyone. And yeah, after catching a few fish in the last video, normal service has resumed and I'm blanking my arse off. Yeah, absolutely nothing happened last night. Not even so much as a single bleep on any of my alarms. Yeah, it's just gone 8 o'clock now, so I'm packing up in probably about 5-6 hours. So what I'm going to do shortly is wind the rods in, put some fresh hook baits on, and then just send them out somewhere. I don't know, I might not even put them on the baited spots, because obviously fishing to the baited areas hasn't done anything. So for the last few hours I just might ping them out randomly and fish them as singles somewhere, and hopefully I can pick up a random sort of passing fish. Right guys, so third and final rod. I've already done the right hand and middle rods, as I said just in the previous clip. I've just literally wound them in, put on a fresh hook bait, pinged them back out. So that's exactly what I've not clipped up or anything. I'm just wanging them out there to somewhere, still in a kind of roughly the same direction, but you know, not on the baited spots basically. So just try fishing the rods as singles, as I said before, for the last several hours, and hope for the best for a hungry passing fish. So I've just repositioned my right hand rod of hello, that rod that just bleeped. So I was just stood in the margins looking out over the water, and as I was, a fish just rolled literally 3 to 4 rod lengths off, just beyond this greenery here. So I quickly wound in the right hand rod, just like I said, pinged it out in sort of close range, like I said, literally 3 to 4 rod lengths out. So yeah, last few hours fishing, we're now down to chasing the fish. Right guys, final throw of the dive, middle rod's going to come in close now. The left hand rod not long ago got moved in close because we had a massive liner. The rod tip pulled to the right, so it made me think I had a fish on and the fish was running round to the right. Picked up the rod, absolutely nothing there, so that suggests to me that a fish was in close. Picked up my line on a peck or a fin or something, and so yes, I'll redone that rod, just literally underarm plopped it out. It's come 2-3 rod lengths out, and literally just now a fish rolled 4-5 rod lengths out, dead out in the middle. So yeah, the fish that are showing are definitely showing in a lot closer this morning. So this is just literally gonna go. Yeah, roughly there. 5 rod lengths, 6 at the most maybe. But that's where a fish just rolled up 5 minutes ago. So as I said, with the right hand rod we're down to chasing the fish for the last few hours of the session. Right, and guys, we are more or less packed away now. What you see there is literally all that's left to put away now. Everything else is now kind of on the barrow behind the camera. But yeah, it's been a bit of a tough session. When I got here and the wind was blowing in this direction, I was feeling really confident, and even the signs of fish that we've had, you know, kind of instills that confidence that you're on the fish and that you're going to have fun. The fish just has not played ball. We've chatted to a few more people who have walked around, and we have heard of a few fish that have come out during the night. So fish have been getting caught kind of further on up the lake, but yeah, down this end just nothing has happened. But so anyway, sorry you've had to sit through another blank, guys. For those of you that sit through these blank videos, I do appreciate it. But yeah, so anyway, gonna get these rods in, get home. I haven't got any fishing plans for where or when the next video is going to be, so yeah, I don't know. Right, anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and unless anything happens in the next 2 minutes, yeah, it's another blank. So right, well, thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you next time. Tight lines.